Alright, let's see what we can do with this. I do see that looking at the denominators, this last one, if I factored out a y, I get y times y minus 1. So I can see my least common denominator is going to be y times y minus 1. So my first term, my 2y over y minus 1, is missing a y, and I have to do it on the top and the bottom. So that's how I get 2y squared. So in other words, I multiplied the top and the bottom by y. The 1 over y piece is missing the y minus 1. So y minus 1, so it was 1 over y, and then I have to multiply the top and the bottom by y minus 1. And then the last piece isn't missing anything. But the only thing, and I'm going to just go ahead and write it like that so they all look the same. The only thing you have to worry about is this negative is going to be distributed for everything in parentheses. So really when you're doing these, it's this term, this term, this term, and it might make sense to put them in parentheses like that, and it might help with your negative signs. So I see that here I have 2y squared. Here I'm going to distribute that negative, so I'm going to have negative 1 times y, which will be negative 1y or negative y. Negative and a negative is going to give me a plus 1. And then I'm going to distribute the negative to a negative 2y, and then a negative 1 all over my least common denominator. And so now I can see that the 1's cancel. Up top, what I could do is factor out a y. So that leaves me with 2y minus 1 minus 2 all over the y times y minus 1. Because notice when I factor a y out of y, I just get a 1. My y's are going to cancel. So I end up with the top 2y, and then minus 1 minus 2 would be minus 3. And then the bottom y minus 1.